in economy, but if I were to ask you to highlight 2 or 3 aspects of what you think has been the most successful points or successes of the government in the past 8 or 9 years, especially in the last 4 years after COVID or during COVID, if you can highlight those 2 or 3 points, please.
Yeah, thank you very much. The COVID experience, the last 3 years, have been the most tumultuous for the world economy. Not since the Second World War has the world gone through such a shock. Now, no matter what index you take, whether you take growth, whether you take inflation, whether you take poverty reduction, India has emerged as the best performing economy in the world during the shocking period and today. So, and take for example how much poverty reduction there has been. The entire process of government was geared towards making sure that the bottom half of the population at least did not suffer any hardship as a consequence of this. Then we take the economic management. Remember what the talk was 10 years ago about unemployment, about poverty, about lack of living standards, the toilets. The whole concept that everybody needs a toilet was introduced in 2015. So we heard the remarkable speeches by the ministers before, and that is truly, truly supported by all the data that you can look at. And they gave us a very, very data-rich documentation of what has happened. The railways, I never thought, I was born in independent India in 1948, I never thought that in such a short, I never imagined, first of all, the transformation, the infrastructural transformation that has taken place in India. Medical is one such infrastructure, but physical infrastructure, and I'm now working on a study to see if there is any economy in the world at any time which has done as fast and as effective a transformation in this short period of time. We've all heard about China and the transformation that has taken place in China, and that has happened over 40 years. And all I want to do is to try and document that over the last 9 years, the kind of change that has happened in India, has it happened elsewhere? I don't know, but that is a matter of research. One last point I want to say is that what this government has shown is, first, imagine the impossible. Second, to deliver it effectively. That is the real, not only consequence, but that's the real performance index of this government. That they have performed, done things that we never thought would be possible, certainly not in such a short period of time. In terms of global, I must mention, and something that was also mentioned before, that at the IMF, where global security is talked about, global transformation is talked about, fintech, that we are, so the IMF is now sending its staff and its units to other countries of the world to look at what we have been able to achieve. This was, all the time it was that we looked abroad for innovation and then we copied. Here is an innovation that is truly, truly unique, Indian, and better than any country in the world, developed or not so developed. So I think, the books will be written, history will be written as to whether the transformation that has taken place, the speed. I want to emphasize, we all recognize I hope we all recognize that the transformation is pretty close to unique. But the speed of transformation is, I think, absolutely unique. And That's all I have to say, that in terms of what we have achieved, this is absolutely remarkable.
I'll come